bad.
Good morning. Art Beauty Equilibrium podcast family coming to you live straight from Los Angeles, California. Today's a good day.
We want to start this show off by saying happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jason.
Yes, thanks. It's my birthday. I appreciate it. Yes.
Brother.
Sagittarius season. Yes.
Sag.
Man,
okay.
I am definitely blessed to be in this position and space that I am with these lovely people.
Awesome.
Once again, I cannot thank enough for Shima and George for having and creating an amazing Art Beauty Equilibrium family. Oh, snap!
Hey, and for those who don't know, I'm going to put this out there too.
You see that?
We can do that on YouTube?
Oh, man.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Hey.
For those who don't know,
if y'all have
tequila.
time today,
pull up. He gonna do a shot. He gonna do a shot with anybody that bring him a bottle.
Yes, anybody bring me a bottle today. I'm having a shot with your boy
and tacos.
Yes, come on. Woo! Thank you. I love y'all. Let's get right into it.
We might have to put this on the ground.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. All
right.
So, Sports Illustrated says Kyrie Irving is officially a sneaker-free agent. After a tough 2 years of suspension and controversy, Nike ends its relationship with Irving, but it didn't start there. In 2021, Irving accused Nike of not being included in the design of his new shoe. After rebranding he wore the shoe during his return to the league. Recently, his new shoe was due to drop on 11/11, but due to his controversial comments, it was removed from stores. Man.
So that just shows you, like, with this response, they're not playing. I mean,
they're not.
If you look at what happened to these couple of decisions, they're showing that money don't even matter, which is very rare for a company to do. You know, a lot of times they'll back the artist or the athlete to some degree, but when you start getting your deals cut and they just letting you go, it's over.
Certain lines they don't want you to cross.
Yeah,
you know.
And I think this is an opportunity, like we were talking about. Sia, is it Sia or Sia?
I think it's Sia.
Sia
or Sia. Hey,
yeah.
Our apologies for butchering your name, boss. But hey, man,
I love your shoes.
Yes, man.
I think
I believe it's with
Sia.
The barber shoes he got.
I can't wait to get those barber shoes.
Can we please get some? He used to be a barber. Yeah. So yeah, man.
So the connection is he reached out to Kyrie and he was basically saying, like, look, let's do a shoe together. I have the infrastructure. I have the design, not because all the shoes are fresh, and like let's do something historical. You know what I'm saying? He reached out.
I have a question for Nike. Who's next? Because I know the Irvings have been like on for the past few years. Like that's been like their.
I think John Morant is the next candidate up.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to sign.
You know, and shout out to John Morant. You know, getting his contract with Nike, even though it's like man.
Right.
It's like a congratulations, but
yeah, I don't know if I can shoot that out.
I know it's like if I feel weird,
out.
You know, and it's like one of them things. Go ahead, because what I got to say is,
I just feel like let's just assume that Kyrie's stance is the way that it is,
right? Right.
This is the thing that makes it hard for us to come together because what you won't do, another brother will, and they feel that way. So it's like, all right, if we can't get you to get down with the program and stop you from being anti-Semitic, then we'll just find another dude over here. And until somebody be like, nah, I'm not dealing with none of these corporations, and be like, you know what? I'm only dealing with black-owned corporations from now on. I'm dealing with Side Collective. Sorry if that's not your name, I apologize. Mm-hmm. But people like that, once you start doing that, then you really start getting with LeVar Ball, reinventing the BBB brand. Like, start dealing with your people. Once you start saying no, that changed the whole game, but that's why I don't know if I want to shoot that out because what Kyrie was standing on is a serious issue.
All right, let me interject. Now, I'm reading this book, right? And I should have been finished it. Powernomics by Claude Anderson. So what he says in the book, right, is, our educational structure as far as Black Americans is pretty decent, but our power as far as economics needs to be stronger. We need to have more economic power. We need to have more businesses. So just
Facts.
like Science Collective, you know, that would be a great idea for Kyrie Irving to connect because, you know, like, don't get me wrong, you know, it's a lot of designers that I wear, you know, but we need to, you know, replace these designers that's been out for, you know, because we make them, you know, it's a lot of things, you know, like I'm going to shout out Polo, you know, it's like, but the rap culture mostly made Polo. Tommy Hilfiger made Polo.
Right.
So just like today, I got my boys hat on. I know, you know, we going, you know, and this, I'm not fair, it's black owned. So we need to start getting with the program.
Man, that's a bar.
And the thing is, I know that we need to start supporting black businesses more.
Everybody
now,
eats, B.
the thing is, I have to say about
Everybody
this, right?
eats,
now,
B.
I know with our community, right? Sometimes, you know, we like say we go somewhere and the service or the product may not be good, right? Mm-hmm. Now, what I read and realized is that most other communities, sometimes they product and customer service is trash too, but the community still support them. So even if we having trash, you know, even though we dealing with trash sometimes, we just have to be like, look, we still gonna support you. I know it sounds crazy.
It's
but
not
just
trash.
listen. You know, I know, you know, it's like we just have to be like, look, we're gonna still support you, but we need y'all to do better.
I feel what you're saying.
You know, instead of being like, oh, I'm not gonna, you know,
it's growing pains.
you know, it's like I'm not gonna support, you know, these people because they doing this, that, and the third. It's like, you know what, look, I want to support you. My bad. I want to support you, but we need to help, you know, get you guys better. You know, and you know, this is kind of information that gets you kicked off the air because this is real, you know, this is real deal information because this is going to help the black community grow. This is how other communities grow. And they still stick together no matter what.
And I just want to add, too, is like controlling your dollar on the point of like the black community. We spend a lot of money on a lot of different things, right? And there are some industries like the hair industry. We're totally locked out of the distribution of our own products. We're totally locked out of the infrastructure of even hair. So as we get into that, yeah, you're going to have growing pains. You're going to have, our prices aren't going to be as competitive.
They're going to be a little higher.
It's going to be a little higher, you know, because we're just
the
getting
things
into
we have
that.
To deal with.
Like I'm sure the Side Collective is not getting his shoes made for as cheap as Nike is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to cost him a lot more. So
Right.
you got to keep that in mind when you go spend that money with them, that you're doing. Not only are you buying a dope product, but you also recycling that black dollar one more time because when it leaves, it's never coming back. You gotta remember that.
Just understand that, y'all. We need to figure out, you know, and it's funny because last week I had an epiphany, and once again, we always talk about how we as blacks can't come together. Well, let's stop having that conversation and just say, you know what, let's, you know, and I'm trying to build a platform where we can get on something like Clubhouse or Zoom and, you know, we start getting some individuals and we have some type of board of directors so we can start spreading and, you know, information like shout out to Earn Your Leisure and them cats over there. It's like, let's start getting that information and we all piggyback, you know, even if we got to get a subscription and, you know, like, and, you know, like each one teach one, like really build a structure, you know, because that's the only way we are going to finally thrive, bro. You know, so
yeah, we got
our
own.
We gotta have our. We really gotta have our own.
And support each other through the process, through the growing pains, man.
Right.
Because that's what we're seeing. Like we are doing more businesses, and we're actually doing more as a community, but the backlash is going to be, hey, that price might be a little higher. That shipping might not be as fast.
Exactly.
You're not going to start off and be able to compete with Amazon and Nike. Of
course not.
And you got to start off slow. So let's just be a little bit more patient and a little bit more supportive and a little bit more selective.
And consistent.
Of how we spend that money.
And guess what? Once we start doing that, we will start having economic power.
Clinton, bro.
Man.
Clinton, you got to chill, Clinton.
Well, I can't even see what he put.
Yeah, don't even worry.
We gotta move on.
Let's move on, man.
All right, man. So
real
FIFA.
quick, U.S. men's soccer, FIFA loses to the Netherlands.
Hey, man, shout out to the USA soccer team. We was almost there, big dog.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. We just need to put a little bit more energy in the soccer because we definitely have the infrastructure to dominate. we are a athletic powerhouse in this country. So we just need to put a little more energy into our soccer, and I guarantee you, we'll be winning every FIFA championship from now on out. If we just put a little bit more into it.
Hey, this is a cold segue right here.
Plus,
This is a cold segue.
Oh man,
Deion Sanders, right?
Right.
Y'all all know Deion Sanders, one of the best cornerbacks ever. Just started
Prime
coaching with HBU, Jackson State.
Coach
He's taking
Prime.
his talents to Colorado University.
Yeah, he catching a lot of hell for that.
Wow.
Yeah, and I feel him. He's getting the money. That's what it's about. He's getting money. Because I feel like that was such a dope movement, man. He really bought light that had kind of like was flickering out a little bit. He bought that full front center stage to that whole movement. And now it's kind of like, I gotta go get this money, you know.
Well, also,
I got mixed feelings about it.
Everything that Deion, that they said he couldn't do, he did.
He did it.
You know what I mean? In a short amount of time, too. So I feel like that's something that you have to look at, too, because a lot of people are not afforded that same opportunity. So I think that for him, maybe he's just keeping his options open to go ahead and move up in his career, because he should have been doing this, in my opinion, a long time ago. You know what I mean?
now,
So
can I piggyback off what you're saying?
go ahead, please.
Now, I totally agree with what you're saying, right? And I feel that Deion set and found and put a structure and a foundation at Jackson State. Like, look, we in here, y'all.
Yes.
So he said, you know, like, I'm gonna go here and thug this out, right? And put us on the map, right? But then I'm gonna put just as equal or even better coach in my place, and then I'm gonna go get this money over here and start bringing these other athletes over here to be recognized that need to be recognized. So I'm on the fence too, G.
He said,
we got a comment. Shonda said he was using his $300,000 he was getting from JSU to pay his coaches and fix up the facility.
So
that's crazy.
So you got it. So
that's disrespectful.
So you got to think he wasn't even getting paid then.
And they gave him $29 million in Colorado.
And
you got to do what you got to
let's
do.
not forget about the water situation that they recently had out there too. Whatever, that's been basically a big issue that came and went out of the media. Nobody was talking about it anymore or whatever. It seemed like it was going to be like another Flint situation or whatever. I haven't heard anything in weeks about it. So
and
thank
Mimi
you for bringing that to the light, Shonda.
Got another chat message. Mimi said that she's not mad at his decision. People got to do what's best for their family. We some haters, and an average person doesn't realize business strategies. I agree. That's where the mixed feelings comes from.
Like I said, Emily.
I agree with all of that.
Yeah, like I agree. But once again,
and then go to the NFL.
Yeah, it's you know, you
got to become an NFL owner.
You got to crawl before you walk. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we got to get in the mud, and this is just this is just how it is.
And it also points to the fact of he, just like we talked about growing pains, he's the first one to really do what he just did. So we need more. We need more of that. Yeah, that way is when it's normal, we won't even pay attention to it like this.
Yeah. And I think it's so rare that we hang on to it. Like what he did is not leaving now.
Right.
You know, it happened. It's in the books. Right. You know, he has to move on.
Because that's just like if G and Shima, they got this going on, right? But then, G on set, he gonna make that big money. He's not leaving us, right? He set the foundation for here. So now, if he was to replace, and get another barber and still go over there and get that money, he still set the foundation. He ain't selling out. Hell, he making that money. So it is. You just got to look at it different. It's all perspective, and it's one thing that I'm learning as I'm growing. Perspective is just.
I'm still coming to work. I need money, so
it's all about perspective. Like that over there. So you gotta just it's I was having a conversation last night, right? And I was one thing that came to me was love is a little bit stronger than patience, because with love should have understanding. So one thing that we need to learn is not only patience but understanding, and that's what true love is. And like, I'm not a real person talk about love. I'm not a real person who dives into that L word, but I'm starting to slowly, gain some more patience and understanding for why people, say love, if they truly understand it. So,
All right.
But moving right
Moving
along,
on. We got a quick mention. Suspected killer at Amigos Takeoff was arrested Friday, I believe.
Friday, yes.
Friday. So that's good that they at least found the killer there, and that there'll be some justice. So I guess that's good police work over there. And moving on. Whew, this is tough, man.
Very. Woo.
Oh my God. RoboCop becomes a reality.
It's becoming real, big dog.
San Francisco police approved killer robots with the authority to use lethal force. The vote was 8-3 in support of this policy.
That is scary, bro.
And this is crazy to me. And what are y'all thoughts on this, man?
Armed robots using killer force, lethal force.
Are they gonna see color?
To me,
Oh.
okay.
Well, that's hard to say because there's still somebody controlling or giving the say-so of what that robot can do and can't do.
So we shouldn't experience police brutality no more in San Francisco then.
We shouldn't.
Hey, Michael said Jason got that B-Day soapbox energy.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I started taking a pre-workout, so
Hey,
I am
man.
up very early now,
Get your
4:30,
issue.
and I'm at the gym at least by 5:30, and I go hard now. So it's a lot of pre-workout in me. I had to even tone it down today. I had to take half of it, and it still didn't work. I'm over here running up the wall. So
yes.
yeah.
So peep this. This
No,
is
they
one
do
of
not
the-
make decisions on their own, Damon, but they will go into a situation.
I don't know the look. Look at this, man. Look at this one picture. Hold on, where is it at? Okay, here we go.
They said when
So-
it's imminent danger and it can't be avoided, they will
Just look
send
at
these
this.
robots in.
Look at this robot. Where he was grabbing this man at. Is in Arizona.
Oh wow, that's a
Is that
lot.
by the lips?
He grabbing him by the lips, man. Like, come on, bro.
That looked like he about to go to. It don't like he going to jail. It look like he about to go on timeout.
Me personally, the reason my number one problem with this is that it removes accountability, man. Like when you say a machine has the authority now to use deadly force, now that takes a human being out of it. That takes a decision out of it. Because now you could say, oh, this robot's faulty, or
It has the right to glitch.
yeah, it glitched. And we talking about human life. I disagree with this. Like
Facts.
it's one thing to go and get a bomb. I understand that. Like when it's something
Right.
that we're like that, you can get a bomb, or even if you want to put tear gas or something like that into a place. But just to take a human life, I don't agree with robots doing that.
I want to say I am surprised that the vote got supported 8-3. To me, it seemed like it would be more.
It's a little excessive. Yeah.
You know why? Because they
Yeah.
know that the people voting know that their likelihood of coming in close contact with one of these robots is low. Where do you think they're going to deploy these robots? Keep it real.
Well, I will say this.
And you don't have to pay anyone. I'm sorry, Shima, go ahead.
No. I mean, I just honestly, it's something that's like we have not solved the issue with gun violence in America.
No.
It's like such a huge issue, from school shootings to police brutality, from you name it, from families being killed. I mean, the police officer just drove in a case where he was basically like catfishing somebody. He drove from Virginia to kill a whole family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so much tragic. I mean, just look at Takeoff. It's so much tragedy that we hear all of the time from guns, kill. So now we're giving robots guns too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can't even control the human issue with guns, and now
Facts.
we're giving this to somebody else,
Facts.
or something else.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's ridiculous.
I think
to
it's
me.
for reasons though. I think it helps with costs. You know what I mean? You don't have to now
pay that
employ-
robot.
No, you don't have to pay a robot. And you get rid of accountability.
You just got to make sure he's fully charged.
And
But you still got to maintain that robot. So you may be eliminating one job and maybe giving another job, but still, it's.
But after 30 years, I ain't got to keep paying you
True.
Yeah.
retirement, and
Right.
True.
I ain't got to give you no lunch.
You got what?
No lunch breaks.
No
Now,
breaks.
that robot could work 24 hours.
24
As long as he
nonstop.
charging, yeah.
1-2-man job. They saving millions.
It's about that money, huh?
Must be the
Yeah.
money. Must be the money.
All right, we got to move on.
Ooh,
Reparations talk.
reparations, boy.
So they put a figure to the housing discrimination portion of the reparations task force. They put a figure, and it is just over $220,000, and that would be due. That would be owed and due to every descendant in California. You know what I mean? And that's what they're talking about now. Whether or not this is going to be funded or paid, that's a step in the right direction, but we got to get there. But the first step is saying, acknowledging that, this is a deficit that was created due to racism.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And we need that. Sorry, we
that is a
need
step.
that. We need that.
That's a step because I feel like,
That'll help change the community.
yeah, I feel like, if you think about it, imagine if we had that. Everybody had that. That would be a
With the
little bit of a
mindset.
difference. That's enough for like a house or, you know what I mean, property,
I think you bring that in and you factor
vehicles,
in
businesses.
people waking up a little bit more. What we was just talking about earlier in the show, man, that's life changing.
So how do they come to that? How do they come to that amount? I mean, I feel like this. What kind of board do you have to have? And I mean,
That's not. I just want to
honestly,
say this. That's not for reparations in
I understand.
total.
I understand.
That's for the housing
for
discrimination,
Right.
But
redlining,
in
etc.
LA, these houses that are like 60, 70 years old are already going for $1 million.
Right.
Well, I'll be the first to say it's not enough.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's enough. I'm
So-
saying like, how many people are in the average house?
Well,
Average.
Yeah. Let's
Three?
let's just say 3 or 4, right?
3. Yeah.
So we talking about almost $1 million. You know what I'm saying? We talking about 750,000 to $1 million
oh, and one home?
per
Yeah.
home.
No, you can do something with that.
So that's what I'm
Still
saying.
ain't
It's
enough,
not.
though.
It's
Ain't-
not.
it ain't ever
it's-
enough.
Yeah. It's not for what enough. And especially after I just saw, we went to check out Emancipation,
Oh, I ain't
which
seen
is
that.
amazing.
Yeah, the
But
years of red line.
Yeah, I gotta check that movie out.
It's crazy.
You know,
just be reminded and then to try to put a dollar amount on something that is so egregious and like you can't do it. It's never going to be enough. But I'm saying it's a step
It's a
in the right
start.
direction
I guess
to,
it's a start.
to acknowledge
It's a
that
start.
to acknowledge that deficit. Let's get that some
Yeah.
acknowledgement. You know,
Hold on. My
It
bad.
is.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
And
over
shout
here.
out to Gavin Newsom for making the realities of some of these things that are so wrong with our system or whatever, making the pathway to make it right.
At least somebody's trying to help
carve out
make it
the
right.
pathway, exactly.
Fact, Shima.
we got to move on to
So
the question
that'll
of
be
the
like
day.
something that's the first in the nation too. So shout out to Gavin Newsom and his changes over in Sacramento and in California.
All right. Question of the day.
Oh, let me read it. Question of the day.
Question of the day, and shout out to D1 man. You've been reading the comments. Yeah, that's a good point. They're not gonna make it easy. That's gonna be the main
course
thing.
not.
Is like,
Okay.
how do you prove that you're a descendant of a slave?
Man, because they know we get some
Prove
leverage.
that I'm
It's going to
not.
be some problems.
Hey,
bro.
Prove that I'm not.
Prove that I'm not. Right? They should have to prove you not.
If I look it, prove I'm
I've been here all my life.
The question of the day says, can you be pro-black with the white spouse?
Can you be pro-black with a
Yes.
white spouse?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes.
We
Man.
ran with that.
That's.
I mean, it's tough, but,
You know what? I think history has already proven that to be true. Frederick Douglass. some of your Harry
Facts.
Belafonte.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, it's just not a good look.
Sidney Poitier.
we going to have to get little Mike off this
mean-
chat room because he doing too much, bro. Act like your age, bro.
I think that pro-black does not mean anti-white. So
Exactly.
I think that's just
Love has no
And
color.
really,
No,
that's
yeah,
the
love is
foundation
love, bro.
of
You
And
know,
really,
that's the
man.
foundation of what that means to me. Pro-black does not mean
inclusion is the
anti-black.
ultimate normalcy. Like
Right.
once see, my thing is this: if we didn't have no problems, none of this stuff would matter. It's because of all the issues and racism that all this stuff really, 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 really matters. So ultimately,
Love get lost.
that part inclusion.
Ooh, Emla came with a question too. She said the question should be, is your white spouse a real ally? Whoa, That's a good quote. Hey, hello. Hey, that's a good one, Emily. All right,
Amelia.
Amelia.
He said Emily.
Man,
Damn.
I've been butchering names all day. I am
Yeah,
sorry.
we're not gonna do
sweetie.
you like that.
Dang.
She
her
tuned
back.
in real a lot too. She tunes in.
She gonna come up
hard.
to the barbershop, put me in the headlock. I'm sorry, sweetie. It's my birthday. I'm sorry.
Hey, he put your name in the time machine.
Nah, she's a regular. Hey, shout out to the regulars in the chat room.
Hey, man,
Emilia,
look.
Shonda.
I'm not the
Clint,
best with them names, you know.
Damon. Shout out to all the day ones.
Hey, man.
Is she an ally?
Hey, man. Sidebar, my mom used to butcher names too. She called Kanye West
Kane.
Kayon West. I'm like, nah, that ain't it, mama. But yeah, is the white spouse an ally?
That's the cold part right there.
There we go, me. There we go. That's okay. I can call her me. All right.
I'm pro-black and my favorite ice cream flavor is vanilla. Clint. Hey, we need a timeout room.
Timeout room. Lil Mike and Clint, especially Clint, bro. What are you talking about, homie?
You can't post half of Clinton's comments.
Just call her Mimi.
Oh,
all right, one more
God.
topic. We got to move on. So, the evictions are coming. I guess is this the final? This is the end to the moratorium.
Ooh, it's over. December 31st. December.
Oh, cats is getting kicked out.
It's over.
So it should be a lot more apartments coming on the market because
apartments. Well, I'm about to go try to find me a house to rent if I can't buy it.
I'm saying
I need some space.
That's gonna come too.
Might be
I need
tough.
some space, bro.
The first of the year might be tough
We're gonna
for those
see.
of you who have been living under the eviction more protection that we've been having, protection or whatever here in Los Angeles.
Right.
We've already been plagued with
They've been extending. So what happened was during COVID, they said nobody can get evicted because of the lockdown, and then they kept on extending the date and pushing it back and extending it. So I guess this is. We'll see if it gets extended
no more,
again.
Homie.
We'll see if it gets extended again.
So January 2023, we'll see if it affects people. Hopefully, it won't affect a lot of people because LA is already plagued with insurmountable homelessness issues. So that's just something that we don't need as a people. We don't need as a city. We don't need as a country because the homeless situation out here is out of control.
Bad.
And
It's
we got
real
the
bad.
numbers are just.
two more real quick announcements. Mimi said your lipstick was popping. I concur.
Yes.
Also, a friendly reminder. Today is Jason's birthday. He'll be here. He'll be here all day. Show up with a bottle of tequila. Do a shot with your boy.
You show up with a shot, I do a shot.
We like tacos.
You show up with a bottle, I do a shot with you.
Our Beauty Equilibrium. Thank you for another great show.
Thank y'all.
Thank
ABE,
you.
we all we got.
Love y'all.
All right.
See y'all next week.
Subscribe.
We can turn the ground. Kick it up.